you see this?
No.
Guys, right in there. Good. Aiden. Good. All right. First off, Coach Ralph, if you would, an opening statement after the win over Kentucky this afternoon.
Yes. First of all, I just want to say we're really excited to celebrate our seniors. We have 4 great people, 2 that we've only had for a year, but they'll be part of our lives for forever. And I can't say enough about the contribution that they have made to our program, the buy-in and the investment, the belief and the trust that they've had in us to come here and do the things that they've done, especially this year. So I want to thank them, first of all. And then secondly, I'm just really glad that we were able to get a win for them tonight in front of their friends and family and on our home court. It's always special when you can get a win like that on senior day. So that being said, we wouldn't have won today's game without our seniors. And Kaija and Marnelle had one of the best games of the year for both of them. When they play like that, and then you add Sasha Washington's 15 points and 15 rebounds, I truly believe that we can compete with just about anyone. I've been saying that all year. We need them to show up and play that way in terms of just their energy and their effort, their ability to communicate and be resilient. When they do that, this stat sheet takes care of itself. Those 3 play the way they did today. I'm excited for the rest of the season.
Questions for Marnelle Garraud?
So obviously you came out on fire in the second half. What kind of mentality did you bring forward?
I think our halftime speech, I said in the locker room, was actually just lit a fire, I think, under all of us. And Coach Shea just said we need to come out and impose our will. I think we were being a little lackadaisical in the first half, and our energy was just kind of low. So I think all around, we all just said we just need to pick up our energy and then just attack on offense. And I think that's how we got open shots and everybody was able to contribute.
And then how cool was it to have such a great game on senior day?
It was awesome. I haven't seen my family in a while, so I'm glad they got to see us win on our home court, but then also just to see us perform and have fun together on the court. So I loved it.
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Good
Okay.
job.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And questions for Coach Ralph?
Yes. Sorry. So obviously, awesome performance. I thought, especially on defense. What did you guys, do this week? What did you see from Kentucky that really propelled that? I feel like there was a lot of trapping and a lot of full court presses going on.
We've been consistently working on our defense and our principles, right? So it doesn't really change from team to team. I think we know the actions that we need to guard. Obviously, we scout. But I think when we come out and we bring defensive energy, especially full court, that propels us and ignites kind of that fire offensively. So also thought we could play a little bit of a mixture of man and zone today. They're not a great three-point shooting team, but what I thought we did well was adjust to some of the things that they got early against our zone and against our man, and then we were able to defend that and adjust in game time, right? So I didn't have to call a timeout to do it. And that's what I want our team to understand. When you're a basketball player, you're going to get beat. Things are going to happen. People are going to make a great play, but you can't get beat the same way over and over and over again. That's what the huddles are for. That's what communication is for. It can't just be like, let's go, ladies, that kind of stuff. I'm good with it, but that's not what communication is. We've got to communicate about the things that are happening on the court so that we can attack offensively and defensively and make up for our mistakes. And I thought today we did a really good job of that from start to finish defensively.
Feels like momentum is really building. 2 straight home wins. How do you feel? What is the plan going forward for the final home game against LSU?
I think a lot of people have talked about, and rightfully so. We've had our fair share of adversity this year, but this team has been a joy to coach in terms of what they show up and what they show up to do and how they show up to do it every single day. They want to be great as a group. They want to have fun. I think every now and then they need a talking to, which they'll get from us. But in the end, they always want to be their best and do what it takes to be great. We don't really know what that looks like yet. And that's my challenge to them. Hey, we haven't had our best game, I don't think yet, but we have continually gotten better. And one of the great things about the SEC conference is that you're going to come up against juggernauts every single game. You're going to learn something about yourself every single game, every single practice. And so if we can continue to focus on, hey, what's our strategy to being great? What's our process? What do I have to bring individually? And what do we need to bring as a team to play our best basketball? So for me, that's the goal right now. I want to see us playing our best basketball, and let's see where that takes us.
And then you kind of mentioned it earlier, but how awesome was it to see Sasha dominate on the glass the way that she did today?
It was great. You know, I think equally great and frustrating at the same time, because I know she can do it, and I want her to do it more consistently. And I love Sasha's personality and a challenge for her. I think one of the things that this adversity we've faced this year has given her is an opportunity to mature and grow up. And she's figuring out what that looks and feels like and how dominant she can be when she plays like a grown woman. And so I told her, no more airplaning, though. We can do that when we beat South Carolina on our home floor. But I do love that she celebrates the small successes, and you can get a feel for her amazing personality. But there is a time and a place. And I think what Sasha's learning this year is that when she shows up focused and disciplined, and she brings a joy that she loves to play basketball with, then she can be dominant. But it has to be consistent. So the last 2 games, she's done a pretty great job of that. It'll be fun to see what she's capable of down the stretch.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you. Great to see you guys.
Have a good one. Congrats on the
You
win.
also. Thank